How's it going, YouTube? I'm Exitar the Exterminator, and my friend,
Hello.
Captain Soviet 1. Subscribe. Okay, so I did 16 battle reviews in a few along with Captain Soviet, but he refused to show his face. But, and it was 9 wins for DC and 7 wins for Marvel.
Go DC.
And so, the matchups were Superman vs. Black Bolt, Superman won. Supergirl vs. Thor, Thor has declared victory. Power Girl vs. Gladiator, Power Girl.
Power boobs won.
Captain Marvel vs. Blue Marvel, Captain Marvel. Mary Marvel vs. Captain Marvel, Mary Marvel won. Martian Manhunter vs. Silver Surfer, Silver Surfer. Captain Atom vs. Vulcan, Captain Atom. Wonder Woman vs. Ronan the Accuser, Wonder Woman. Hal Jordan vs. Quasar, Quasar. General Zod vs. Beta Ray Bill, Beta Ray Bill. Black Adam vs. Terrax.
On that one.
Black Adam beat Terrax. Kyle Rayner vs. Airwalker, Kyle Rayner. Bizarro vs. Drax, the Destroyer, the Dumb Drax. The Dumb Drax won. Maxima vs. Nova Prime, Nova Prime. Mr. Majestic vs. Hyperion, and Majestic won that one. And Apollo vs. Sentry. Sentry won. Okay.
Sentry kicked the shit.
We talk about if it was a 16 vs. 16 battle, Marvel vs. DC, who would win if it was to the death, and they just randomly teleported somewhere and they're just right there and they're forced to kill each other.
That's the scenario.
That's the
random encounter.
Obvious scenario.
And they have their bloodlust.
And they want to kill each other. So if they wanted to kill each other, who would win and who would be probably the last people or one standing? So if they just started off, just randomly teleported, and obviously if they're going to be forced to kill each other, that's the most obvious choice.
Of course that would happen.
Okay, the Grandmaster made a bet, I don't know, and obviously wanted them to kill each other, so that's it. They got brainwashed. No, I'm just kidding. No. So they just start fighting. Okay.
It's that kind of universe where you fight to the death. Mortal Kombat style.
Yes. And if they were going to start fighting, they all just want to kill each other. Okay. I don't know if you could see this list, but I believe Vulcan would die first. He is actually he's an Omega level mutant, but he only has the same stamina, durability, speed as a normal human.
Reaction speed of a human.
It may be slightly greater, but I highly doubt it. But through all his powers of like manipulating energy and creating force fields, all that, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't stop from one of the DC just punching his head off. Gladiator did punch him in the face, and he needed a new eye, but that was in a battle. Not to the death. Yeah, I believe one of them would probably just punch his head off or he'd get decapitated, so I'm pretty sure, get my pen out, Vulcan would die first.
Vulcan's dead.
So then if they were going to continue fighting, the weakest person would be Apollo. And if they were all also going to, just say they were going to battle each other, as they battled from their previous battles, Apollo also would probably die first. The fact that he's probably the weakest one on the team.
And he needs to recharge, and that's not good on the battlefield.
That is not good on the battle, so he would probably be the next one to die.
Living batteries gone.
And also, you got to think of all the factors. All the people that know each other, they're probably going to stick together on their battle. Let's say Captain Marvel and Mary Marvel, they're probably going to stick together.
Anyone who's part of the Justice League will stick together.
The villains, they're probably going to do their own thing. Black Adam is not going to team up with anybody. He may team up with Zod. That's the only possible one, but I highly doubt it due to the fact they're too arrogant.
Or if he's desperate enough, he may team up with Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Bizarro is too stupid. He's not going to team up with anyone. In fact, if he may actually try to attack Superman, but I'm going to take that out. He's going to go for the other team, because that wouldn't be fair.
Superman's his enemy.
And also,
the other guys are his friends.
If you got the other Marvel side, the Annihilators, Silver Surfer, Gladiator, Beta Ray Bill, Quasar, Ronan the Accuser, and Nova Prime, they might actually stick together, because I do believe they're currently still together as a team.
Except Nova.
Nova Prime's dead, technically, but who cares? We're bringing him in this battle. It's our battle.
Star-Lord's alive, somehow.
Yeah. So, they probably will stick together. And I do believe Terrax and Airwalker, they know each other, but Terrax would probably still do his own thing.
Too arrogant.
Marvel, Blue Marvel, they might do their own thing. Black Bolts would probably still do his own thing, and he would probably most definitely amp his powers to his maximum potential, so he can actually be fairly strong. So he could probably hold his own for a little while depending on who he's battling.
Depending if anyone does go for Black Bolt early on, he would probably lose. But if he stays in the game long enough, it'd be a major factor for Marvel winning.
Also, if we weren't, because as everyone's getting their asses kicked, they may talk about regrouping, and it's a possibility that they all might bring up force fields. And when it comes to force fields, the Marvel set has the advantage.
I don't think anyone in the DC set can make force fields.
Actually, they can. Captain Atom can create force fields. Hal Jordan, obviously, Kyle Rayner, and Maxima. They are the main ones for force fields to protect their fields and everything.
Power.
Yes.
Then it's Captain Atom's shields.
Yes, I agree. No, actually, Maxima has beastly shields. But of course, Hal Jordan and Kyle Rayner, due to their will, might be a strain on them if the other team would probably bash the force fields down.
Thor and Beta Ray Bill would take care of that.
Exactly. Then of course we've got Silver Surfer, who can create massive shields. Quasar.
Nova Prime. Best shields in the game.
And I do believe they're Captain Marvel. I'm not sure. He might be able to make shields. I'm not exactly sure on that one, but it's a possibility. But I'm not sure on that one. Yes, but all these three are the only ones that can produce shields. But the thing is, Quasars don't need willpower, so his probably can possibly outlast the other ones of Hal Jordan and Kyle Rayner, due to the fact that they have to concentrate. And of course, we got Nova Prime shields. Nova Prime shields are the key factor, I do believe, in this fight, due to the fact that he does also have World Mind to help him out and factor out any possibilities to win in the scenario. So it's also good for the fight. Okay, and if this was to the death, and he see his teammates dying, he's probably going to tell World Mind, I need more power, and he probably will get amped furthermore. But his force,
then everyone's screwed.
Then also we got force field, and his force fields can stand up to solar system busting attacks due to Galactus effortlessly. He was like effortlessly putting up shields. So obviously, and if it's going to be if they eventually break through force fields, they're also going to start fighting again. And if they're going to start fighting again, I do believe Gabriel Land, aka the Airwalker, will fall next due to the fact that he is an android. He can be damaged, and if he can take damage, but not like any of these other people. He will probably
break.
He can malfunction, and he's not going to do much. He can possibly turn on the other team, and if that happens, he's going to die. So I believe Gabriel, the Airwalker, will be next one out.
He is out, dead,
and
unplugged.
So. And also, that's probably might enrage the Silver Surfer due to the fact that they are friends. But eventually, Mary Marvel, I do believe, would probably go down next. She is, I think, the weakest link. She is powerful. But she does have less experience than the rest of the team, as they've been around longer and they've fought more people. So I do believe Mary Marvel would be the next one out. And so that's probably going to enrage Billy Batson from seeing his sister killed.
Captain Marvel.
Killed horribly, just massacred. So probably Captain Marvel is probably going to go into bloodlust mode, and he's probably going to kill someone, and that's going to be Ronan the Accuser.
Ronan would die.
He does have Wisdom of Solomon, so I'm not sure if that'll tell him about who the weakest person is. If it is, Ronan the Accuser is going to be the weakest person. The only reason why he is a factor is his hammer, but once his hammer gets taken away, he's going to die. He's just a strong Kree and strong armor. And when that gets taken away, he's kind of useless.
Gonna get the Shazam to the face.
Exactly, and that's not going to be good. So, eventually, since there's going to be a bloodlust freaking Captain Marvel on there, people are going to have to team up to take him down, because he's going to be freaking just enhanced. So I can probably see Thor and Beta Ray Bill teaming up to take him down, smashing his face in.
Oh my gosh.
It'd be horrible. Blood everywhere.
They'd be soaked in blood.
Yes, because that's a possibility in that fight. So he is probably going to be the most bloodlust person on there due to the fact that he saw his sister dead. So I can honestly see that happening, and Captain Marvel is going to be the next to go down due to the fact that he's probably going to be the toughest to kill on the field that moment.
At that moment, they would know, take him down, and take him down now.
Okay. So we got 2 down on each side. No, we got 3 down, actually. No.
We got 3 on...
We got 2 down. No, 3 down. So technically
3
DC's
down
winning.
on DC, and
Yeah, 3 down on the marble, so it could be evenly matched. And also, again, if they're going to just keep fighting each other, again, if they have to regroup, I'm not sure. But also, if they're friends with each other, they're probably going to stick with each other. Superman, I'm not sure who he'd stick with because he does have family on this field. He does have friends.
Superman is friends with everyone.
Exactly, except the villains, obviously.
Well, he knows Zod.
Zod, you know.
Kryptonians stick together.
Yeah, they might fight together for the good of the team. Then they'll probably kill each other after, but still.
But no after fights.
Also, Captain Marvel, he is a badass. He does have planet-busting attacks, which can probably do some major factor, but a lot of these people may be able to take that. I'm not sure.
It would probably take his durability and his strength.
Yeah,
which is
he is just a Kree also.
Yes.
He can only lift about 10 tons to 25 tons.
And in a factor where Martian Manhunter, Superman, Power Girl, Kryptonians are on the field, that's not going to do a lot.
Exactly. He probably put up a hell of a fight. But eventually, with all these people that are all practically Superman level strength, he will probably fall due to durability next.
Durability,
so I can probably
lack
see him
of
going
strength,
next.
lack of speed.
Captain Marvel's going to die.
Again.
Yeah, again. He brought back to die, unfortunately, which is sad. And so it's most likely that Gladiator and Superman will probably be fighting this out the entire time.
Yes, due to the fact that they're rip-offs.
Yes, the rip-off fighting Superman is if it was written like that, that's probably going to be the choice. I can see that going. So they're occupying each other because it's probably going to last for a while. So we don't have to worry about them for a while. And so
that leaves the extras, which Superman has to save constantly.
Now we got Dumb Drax. Dumb Drax is a complete idiot.
But he's hell of a fighter.
He's a hell of a fight, exactly. He's gone toe-to-toe with the Silver Surfer, and Silver Surfer couldn't actually put him down. He wasn't trying to attack him, but he couldn't, shake him loose. He sent him to Earth to watch some I Love Lucy, and went into Silver Surfer comics, and that kind of distracted him. But he's an idiot, and he's super, super strong. When during the 70s, he was able to pull stars apart with his bare hands, and that was the second weakest version of Drax. Now he's even stronger. Yeah, kind of hardcore, of course. And it's hard to tell. Now, Hyperion is probably the next weakest person, I do believe. And when it comes to the weakest people on the other side,
we got General Zod, who's a master strategist. If he agrees with the team and starts working as a team, they're gonna pinpoint the weakest people.
Yes, he could direct people to weakest. Also. Yeah, so that's also a possibility, and also the next weakest person I can honestly say might be Wonder Woman due to the fact that she can be cut, she can
survive energy blast,
and all that, and she's weak against lightning and all that.
She has the weaknesses of a human,
kind of in a way. So that would kind of suck in her favor. So eventually, if they would all fight, I can see Terrax probably cutting her head off. Sure, Terrax isn't probably the next one to go down, but I could see eventually Wonder Woman going down due to the fact that she has a lot of weaknesses at her expense. So Wonder Woman would eventually die.
Wonder Woman is a badass, but in an all-out fight, her durability, although great, is not great enough.
There are a lot of people that can do a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Then of course
too many powerhouses.
Hyperion would be the next to fall. Hyperion, strong, nowhere near as strong as any of these people on the DC side. He might put up a slight fight, but eventually he will fall. So, but then we got Mr. Majestic, who is just one of the smartest, if not the smartest person on DC team. He can make freaking machines in nanoseconds, technology, Superman level strong, so he's going to stay in this fight, along with Superman. Martian Manhunter would probably try to mind rape these people. And a lot of these people are immune, but eventually it's hard to say who would fall next. But I don't know if but even though they still want to kill each other, Martian Manhunter still doesn't like going for the minds. He would still probably try to physically outmuscle them, which he probably still could. I could see Terrax falling next. Terrax is a beast, but he has too many low showings on all his comics.
His feats are, when there's supposed to be a feat for him,
He has to.
And it's a feat against him.
Exactly. The only good thing he's done, I think, is probably destroy planets with his axe. That's the only thing I think he's good for.
That's what he's known for.
Exactly, and so he would eventually fall.
And remember, the longer this goes out, the longer the Green Lantern rings are being used.
Exactly. I'm gonna cross these out. Actually, I'm going to erase.
Just erase.
Okay. What else you got to say? I'll erase these.
Well, the Green Lantern rings, they need to be charged. Depending how long the fight goes, the more useless Kyle Rayner and Hal Jordan are going to be. So, and we talked about shields earlier. So that would take out a great portion of their power.
As does
Captain Atom's pure energy. Can he run out of energy?
No.
No. So I think Captain Atom is his stamina, is it enhanced in any way?
Yes. Captain Atom? Yes.
Yeah, Captain Atom. Yeah, so energy's being used.
As
Superman's using all the solar energy.
But plus you got more Kryptonians on there, so that probably wouldn't be a problem. But plus Quasar does not run out of energy, so he would probably outlast the Lanterns. Now once the Lanterns
the Lanterns do a Beta Ray Bill and Thor team up against Quasar.
Because Hal Jordan and Quasar, since they always use their constructs, they're probably going to be probably the most annoying on their team.
The hardest to put down. Maybe.
So it's kind of, I think, obvious that the other team will probably want to kill them first, due to the fact that they're shielding others from theirs. Same thing with Quasar. So at the end, I think Kyle Rayner would die before Hal. Hal is just, I think, more experienced overall.
Even though Kyle Rayner's imagination is greater.
Yes. But also, I mean, Quasar could take people to the quantum zone, but that's not fair.
That's not fair.
That is not fair at all.
Negative zone, if you want to add.
Yeah, but Maxima is also a very skilled telepath, force fields and everything. But she could possibly mind control some of these people to do her bidding. A lot of these, I just don't see it happening. Sentry, I'm not sure. He kind of has mind warped.
Sentry has mind problems. So
yes.
That could probably be. He could be mind controlled. Definitely.
I do believe. So if just say, I believe. Because all these do have, a lot of the people do have immune to telepathy, because Black Bolt does have also telepathy, small amounts of telepathy. So she probably won't go for him. She'd probably go for the weakest one in mind. So it'd probably be the Sentry.
Sentry would probably get mind control.
So the Sentry, she would probably tell the Sentry obviously to start attacking his other teams. So it's obvious either they try to attack the Sentry or they're going to attack the person. They're going to attack Maxima.
They can find out, but. With cosmic awareness, Silver Surfer would probably find out who.
Yes. So, it's obvious, I do believe Maxima would be next to fall. And Sentry would be again with
Sentry, known as no physical weakness. His only weakness is his mind.
Again, Superman, Gladiator would be duking it out, but then Gladiator would fall.
Gladiator, he's just a rip-off. Knock off of the real thing.
Then Superman would probably be like, whew, well, that was a pretty intense fight.
Jackal.
Going for the next person, I can just see it being Thor. Give that back to you, Thor.
Thor is the weaker of Beta Ray Bill. So.
But they'd probably still go at it. Again, we still got Power Girl and Supergirl. I think out of the list, they're probably the weakest ones.
But most likely, since they know each other, they will work together to keep themselves alive, and that alone will probably keep them in the fight longer.
The Silver Surfer will probably, I can see fighting. Silver Surfer would probably, I think Supergirl might be weaker than Power Girl, due to the fact that Power Girl is more mature, older. So I think Supergirl would go down first, so she would probably be taken out. So on this fight, we got Superman, Power Girl, the Manhunter, Atom, Captain Atom, Hal Jordan, General Zod, Black Adam, Bizarro, and Mr. Majestic. Yeah.
And
then we got Black Bolt, Thor, Blue Marvel, Silver Surfer, Quasar, Beta Ray Bill, Drax, and Nova Prime and Sentry. Now, out of all these people on the Marvel side, I think Blue Marvel has the least feats. He is a beast, but he might get taken down next.
Although he can control, what's it called? Antimatter?
Yeah, antimatter, but eventually he would be physically bested by most of these people. Yeah. So he'd be the next one down.
And we're getting down to nitty gritty. They're looking for any weakness. I'm pretty sure Martian Manhunter at this point would be down to mind rape someone.
Exactly.
And I have a feeling that someone would be the Sentry.
Agreed.
Sentry would fall at this point. Not due to physical capabilities,
But mental.
I think Martian Manhunter would just lose it at this point.
And also, yeah. So then, as soon as that happens, the Sentry is going down, and I think again the Silver Surfer would exploit that he has a weakness to fire, so he can. Again, Silver Surfer can practically do anything he wants. Apparently, he could probably create fire on his own, and then that's going to mess up the Martian Manhunter, psychologically. Then the other team can probably take him down physically and probably knock him out due to the fact that he becomes weaker.
Fire is his weakness.
Yes. So I think the Martian Hunter is a beast. I just think he's awesome, but he eventually would go down. Then, of course, we got Black Bolt. Again, now, at this point, he probably hasn't used his voice, but he's seen everyone dying, and he's think, I don't want my team to lose. So I think with all these people, with the constructs and everything, with Hal Jordan still in the mix, he's probably going to use his voice, break
through the construct,
and probably evaporate Hal Jordan from existence.
Remove all his skin.
That make me this. So this is actually a possibility on what would happen. So I think Hal Jordan would probably get killed. Then again, everyone would probably stop at that point to notice he just used his voice. That is just insane. Hal Jordan got freaking just massacred, and now he's no longer around. Now, unfortunately, Black Bolt's going to be like,
oh shit.
What? And going to be like, shit, I better use my voice again. And as soon as that's going to happen, one of the other team with their nanosecond reaction is going to freaking just punch his face off. Punch his face off.
Zod, being the tactician he is, would probably notice Black Bolt's going to kick the shit out of everyone if he speaks again. So goodbye, Black Bolt.
And also, yes, goodbye. And also, it also depends on where they hit him. He just saw him use his voice. They could probably think he does it at will. So if they hit him with enough force, he's going to make a sound. Again, he's going to release his voice. So if he does, that person may not die due to the fact that they killed him and probably his power got cut off on time. But that person probably will be injured. And depending on who would it be, Zod, again, with a tactician genius, wanting to say, we got to kill this guy. But again, I don't think Zod would be the one to say it. He'd probably have someone else do it.
Zorro? Adam?
I don't know. It depends. So I could probably see him telling Bizarro. I don't know why. Just because I don't know why.
Bizarro's stupid.
He'd probably because he knows everyone else's smarts. He'd be like, Bizarro's dummy. He'd do it. He would tack it out with the voice.
Sacrifice Bizarro.
I could see Bizarro going down.
Bizarro just due to stupidity.
Yeah. So we're coming down to, I think it's a 6 versus 6. Okay. Now
Thor, Silver Surfer, Quasar, Beta Ray Bill, Drax, and Nova Prime.
And again, I believe the next person to go down would be Power Girl due to lack of
experience.
I do believe. I mean, all these people are just amazing fighters. Power Girl's a beast, but I don't think she's. All these people do have also hand-to-hand fighting experience. I think she has the less. She would go down. Then I do believe Quasar would be the last one to go down. He is with his constructs, but once they're broken, and he could put more up, but he is a human also. So he would probably die next due to, if they get a good shot on him, he's going to get hurt severely.
Adam would Shazam him in the face.
So we're coming down to the creme de la creme here. Superman, Captain Atom, General Zod, Black Adam, Mr. Majestic. Nova Prime, Drax the Destroyer, Beta Ray Bill, Silver Surfer, and Thor. Now, again, Thor and Superman would be fighting. Now, people say Superman would be Thor. Yes, I agree, slight edge to Thor. But remember, Superman fought already Gladiator in a fight, I do believe. Yes. He's going to be weared down. So I do believe eventually Superman would probably fall
Most likely.
And so Thor would be the next one standing. Everyone say hi to my friend Kevin.
Hi. Oh my gosh.
So then at the end of Superman's death, my friend's a Superman fan. What do you feel about Superman dying, Kevin?
Fuck you.
There you go.
Of course.
There you go. That's what would happen. Now, actually, General Zod would probably say that. He'd be like, I want to kill Superman. He's probably going to go kill Thor at the end because Thor would be the next one to die. Yeah. Then we're going to the nitty gritty again. Thor was just killed by General Zod. General Zod's going to die. No doubt about it. He is going to get his fat face smashed in by Stormbreaker. Okay. Then we got Captain Atom, Black Adam, and
Mr. Majestic.
Mr. Majestic. Mr. Majestic's a beast. Now, again, when it comes down to this, I do believe Drax the Destroyer would be the next one to fall. He does have stamina, a ton, but he's also stupid. They can use that to their advantage. So, Captain Atom, Black Adam, Majestic, Silver Surfer, Beta Ray Bill, and Nova Prime are left.
Personally, I think Adam would go down. Due to his suit, he's not
Yes, he is breakable.
breakable.
Eventually, that would fall.
I'm kind of surprised he lasted longer than Supes.
Yeah. Now I got Black Adam and Majestic. Now they're probably at this point they're going to go all out, use every energy they have. Now Beta Ray Bill is going to be the next one to go down.
Yeah, Beta Ray
They're
Bill.
the next ones to go down. Now it's a 2-on-2 fight here.
You got the Surfer, you got
Adam.
Nova Prime. You got
And so
Adam
now this
and
is
Majestic.
this is a tough one to call. Because they both have awesome, amazing powers at their disposal.
Nova Prime's got, probably at this point, World Mind would let him use a bit more power.
Yeah, because
survivability.
Survivability. He's going to let him tap into more of the world mind, and it's going to probably be a better even fight. Now, eventually, it's hard to say who would go down. Mr. Majestic is amazing. Black Adam is they're all probably around the same strength. Silver Surfer.
Black Adam really doesn't have a weakness to be exploited. He has to wear Shazam.
And also, Silver Surfer does have telepathy, matter manipulation, and all that. Now, Black Adam has magical abilities on him, so it's a possibility he could be immune to all that. Now, Mr. Majestic is an alien. He's a simple alien from another planet, just a really badass alien, obviously. So he is probably going to go down next. It's a possibility that Silver Surfer can phase through matter. Silver Surfer can phase through matter. He could probably phase through possibly Mr. Majestic, killing him in the process. Now that's what I would believe. Now again, it's going down to Black Adam versus Nova Prime and Silver Surfer.
And with the badass shields and the Silver Surfer,
now
I don't think
Black Adam would. He's the last one. He'd put up a hell of a fight. He is a complete badass. He's going to hold out for a while. I can honestly say that Black Adam is just amazing. But at the end, Nova Prime
and the Surfer
would just take him down due to the fact that superiority when it comes down to all this. Now, in the end, I believe Silver Surfer and Nova Prime would be the last one standing. And that I do believe that's how, but also there's also hundreds and thousands of scenarios on how this goes down. This is one scenario I think would be going down. But it's obvious DC could win at a percentage of the time, but I do believe
Marvel
6, 7 out of 10, I do believe Marvel would win. So, comments, subscribe, Captain Soviet 1, subscribe to his channel, and we are done. Thank you.